Who's the daddy?
System rebooted. Warning, now entering Dark Zone.
Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So we've just had a great time with the Division beta, got really sucked into it, and have to say that I'm extremely impressed with what I experienced within the open beta. And I really do think Ubisoft have really got a massive game on their hands here with this. Just the level of detail, the kind of idea behind the story, just everything about it I just really loved. And you know, I can remember seeing those early gameplay videos from E3 a few years back, and you know, it was only a very small section of the game, but just the kind of whole idea behind it, the map system, the way all that works, it was just really cool. And I'm glad that they've not lost any of that amongst the development process. I think really top of my list was just how the world actually feels. I think in a lot of open world games they can really lose the soul that you tend to find really in these locations. So you know, if you're experiencing these locations in real life, you'll tend to find that there is, you know, a lot going on. And I think within the Division they've really nailed that. You know, the amount of trash you find, you know, built up within the area, just the abandoned vehicles, the level of details in the buildings that you can access in terms of like the, you know, the decor and the furnishings and things like that. The different weather environments as well, you know, the light and dark cycles, you know, the night and day cycles, just really good. And you know, just how it feels in general with how you interact with the world. Just really excited for the final product. There's a few things that obviously I'd point out as being not quite balanced right yet, and I'm sure a lot of people probably feel the same way, and that's the Dark Zone. The Dark Zone obviously being a very large part of the map, and I just kind of felt that really once you've been kind of grinding to kill some of these elite enemies and get decent equipment, to then find that there's a group of 4 people kind of spawn camping, ready for you to kind of spawn in the helicopter at the extraction points to then only just like kill you. Really, if you're a kind of lone wolf and you've not got no mates playing on you, you're kind of playing on your own, I don't really think it's very fair then for them to be able to just kill you at the moment of extracting your equipment, to all kind of explode you with grenades. And you know, it doesn't really take much. And also I find that the balancing of, if people had been playing it for a lot longer than you and maybe had better, you know, body armour and better weapons than you, means that they're going to sponge your bullets, and you're going to die pretty much instantly. And I think they need to try and balance that a little bit more. Maybe come up with a game mode that is kind of more appealing towards you know, lone players, because not everyone's going to have friends online playing at the same time, maybe at different times of the day. You know, I mainly play really late at night when everyone's in bed, and you know, for me, all my friends are not on. So I think for people like us, they're going to have to come up with a way of maybe being able to balance it a little more. The way they might be able to do that would be maybe to make it so that if other agents want to kind of try and hunt you down for your kit, then they've only got a certain area to which they have to do it before you reach that part of the map. So you know, once you get to this kind of maybe a safe zone area, once you're in that safe zone area, no one can actually shoot you or do anything at that point, maybe other than the AI enemies who may try and ambush you. And that's fine, because their levels are going to be kind of equal maybe to yours in terms of their, you know, damage and their, you know, armor you know, level. But without them doing that, I can see it's just going to be really frustrating for a lot of people to have all their equipment stolen, because it's not really fair if you're kind of facing one way trying to hook up your equipment and some guy snipes you in the back of your head, who, you know, earlier on in the game was kind of helping you out. I don't think that's really fair. It's not a fair one-on-one. It's very kind of cold-blooded to a certain extent, you know what I mean? So let's see if Ubisoft will balance that out in the game. Hopefully they will. It doesn't necessarily have to be for the whole game. They, like I said, they can come up with a totally separate game mode, like there are in some kind of PvP games. Got lots of different game modes. They might even be able to come up with a friendly game mode where you join a particular lobby where it is literally just a group of, you know, 8 or 16 players that are actually all on the same side. They can't turn rogue. They are literally just fighting against a group of AI enemies, and that's going to be more appealing to people that don't want to have to worry about being shot by other online players due to their skill, maybe, or even their weapons not being to that level. I mean, even if you are all on the same level, doesn't mean you're all going to have the same level of equipment. Someone might have got a really, elite piece of equipment that is really going to be overpowered for them compared to everyone else. So again, these balancing issues really need to be fixed, and I'm hoping, from what I've seen on the forums and what has been fed back to Ubisoft, that they're going to, address these, different, opinions of gamers out there. However, the more I played the Dark Zone, the more I kind of felt that, to a certain extent, that did add to the tension of the game, wondering if someone is going to turn rogue on me, and really trying to keep my wits about me, maybe to try and get to another extraction point where no one else is using it. And one thing I started doing in the end, towards the end of the game, towards the end of the beta, was that I would go along with one of my friends I was playing online with. I'd get him to call in a chopper at one location, so those 4 rogues that were running around would then dash to that location while we then go to the other helipad, and then I would call in a chopper. By the time they'd realise what we were doing, they wouldn't have enough time to get from that other drop point to where we were, and we'd be able to extract our kit. So there is a way around it, but again, I still can see how it can get frustrating for some people. But my overall impression, obviously, of The Division so far is it's very high. I'm really looking forward to the 8th of March when they release the final game, and I can't wait to get back into the game, get back into the Dark Zone, and also kind of really see what the story's all about, and explore kind of Midtown Manhattan a little bit more. What a great place to set a game, especially like this. So watch this space, guys. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a lot of streams in the future of The Division, and there's going to be lots of gameplays. I'm sure there'll be lots of tips and other things once I find a few little bits and bobs that might help people out with the game. And watch this space. But please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to follow me at Twitter, CringyDad, for all the latest gaming updates. Thanks for watching.
Who's the daddy?